Yeah, Dr. Param, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
I think Professor Nishio is a panelist, correct?
Yeah, he's in panelist, sir.
Yeah, Professor Nishio, I think you are talking on mute. Can you unmute?
Yeah, now is for audio is video is visible, sir. No.
Correct. But I can see his mic is muted. Professor Nishio, maybe you have to click on the mic button and connect to audio. Let me ping. Hello. Dr. Param, you can hear me?
Sir, issue.
Um,
Hello,
yeah, I'm in
Professor.
chat with him. Looks like
Better to ask him to log out and log.
okay. Maybe I think he has to connect to audio because he has to click and then try to connect to.
Yes.
I.
Yes.
How about this?
Yeah. Now, thank you, Professor Nisio. I think we are
Ah,
all set now.
you can hear me now. Good.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
can hear you. Okay,
All
good.
right.
Very good.
Let me turn on my camera.
Shall I
Yeah,
try
Professor.
to?
Okay.
Hi, good morning.
Thank you. Thank you. And what's the time there,
Thank
Professor
you for
Nisio?
joining us, sir.
1:30 p.m.
Good. Yeah. And very good afternoon to you, Professor
Thank you
Nisio.
very much. Thank you.
All right. I think we are all set and we have a few more minutes. So good. And based on some past experience, we thought that this time we will start little early because most of the time it takes few minutes to get everything up. So thanks, Dr. Param, for joining early. And I think we are all set. Let's wait for a couple of more minutes. Let people join.
Thank you,
And
sir.
Professor Nisio,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
thanks
Yes.
again. Thanks very much for taking out time. And this is going to be a very interesting session. And there was a lot of demand from the student chapter, regional coordinator, and the CAS members to hear from you. So, and how generally what we do, we will start with a small introduction. I'll go through that, and then I'll hand over session to you, and you can go ahead with your talk, and then at the end we will take some question answers from the audience.
Okay, good. Very good.
Thank.
Okay.
Okay, let's give few more minutes for the other people to join, and maybe yeah. And if Dr. Param, if you have anything you want to utilize this time with Professor Nishio, can discuss. We will wait for the audience to be in the call, and then we'll
Yeah,
start
Professor Nishio,
at 10.
Sir. Yes, sir. We can start at 10.
Mhm.
Yeah. And Professor Nishio, Dr. Param is IEEE CAS Bangalore section secretary and
Mhm.
very active member. And he is really very critical member in the this IEEE new IEEE CAS team here in Bangalore. And I'm really happy to say that we have excellent team, a lot of effort, and we are making really good progress. Some of the key the number of the members increased and also the student chapter and the regional coordinator which Dr. Param is driving. That's really excellent progress and we are very honored and fortunate to have the leaders like you and Professor Amara and we are getting excellent support and we have put up a very aggressive target and very I'll say the critical goal for this IEEE CAS chapter this year and I'm sure that with all your support and then with the excellent I'll say executive committee here, we will achieve those goals.
Good, very good.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, I noticed that you are doing very good job now. And actually, the Amala and I wanted to visit your place in person, but unfortunately, in this situation of the COVID-19 pandemic, we had to postpone our possible visits. But I hope in the next year or in near future, we want to visit Bangalore.
Sure, and will be honored to host you both here, and I'm sure I think as situation improve, and we are very eager to meet you people, you and Professor Amara face to face,
Mm,
and let's hope that this situation improve, and maybe early next year we can plan for that. So
mhm,
that will be really good for us and for all the IEEE CAS member, and then not only the CAS member, even for the people from the academia and industry. And as you know that Bangalore is the Silicon Valley of India, so very good audience you'll see here, and that will be really excellent for us. So we are looking forward, eagerly waiting for that.
mhm. Okay, good.
All right.
We are funding from the very happy to work with you all.
Professor Nishio, can you hear us?
Maybe it, I cannot hear from Dr.
Param?
Parameswar. Mm,
Okay. Yeah. So maybe let
Okay.
me repeat. So he was extending his thanks on behalf of IEEE CAS Bangalore chapter for
mhm.
the funding support. Recently, we
Oh,
received, I'll say, three fundings, one for the seed money and for the chapter support. And then we submitted three proposal, and out of those three, two got accepted and has been awarded with the financial support. So
mm.
thanks to you and Professor Amara for all your support.
Yeah, you deserve it.
David, sir, I'm not. David,
Yeah,
sir.
now I can hear you now.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
All right, I think we have two more minutes. And Professor Nishio, so
Yes.
when we start this session, we'll hand over to you, and then you can present your you can share your screen for the presentation.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Professor Amara will be able to join.
It's too early for him.
Yeah. Professor Nishio, how is the situation in Japan and especially in your city on the COVID-19? It's in
Mm.
control fully?
Yeah, we have the big second wave, but in my hometown, it's not a very big city, and we had only one case in the last 7 days.
Oh, I think that's a
count base.
yeah. Yeah. Dr. Param, can you mute some background noise was coming?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and that's really good to hear. I think here in India, still situation is really bad, and
Mm.
cases are increasing day by day, and um, we are like in the lockdown mode, especially the offices, school, colleges, everything is at this moment virtual.
Mm. Yes, in Japan also, the most of the universities are closed, but
Mhm.
the staff, faculty can come.
Okay.
But all the lectures are conducted in the virtual mode, online.
Yeah, yeah. So this pandemic is teaching us a lesson uh, to how to live life and how to do our work in the virtual way.
Mm. Yeah.
S- Starting from the normal life or the education, everything. It's like totally a different learning. And my thinking is that this will be like a learning for each one of us, and then a post-pandemic scenario may change. Our way of thinking also may change. Way of working may also change.
Yeah.
All right, I think if we can start now. And Dr. Param, how we are doing in terms of the participants? It's okay. We can start the session.
So please wait 1 or 2 minutes, sir, please.
Okay.
Circulated once again. I have sent reminder to all.
Okay.
You can wait, sir, please.
Okay. And Dr. Param, if you can just ping on this our CAS chapter group.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think, sir.
yeah, at least our all the members, if they can join, that will be great. Yes. And I can see Professor Latif already joined.
Yeah,
And
yes, sir.
recently we inaugurated that chapter, so it's really good to see.
They will please tell, almost student branch chapter as almost we submitted, and three pending now, sir. That we can tell
Yes.
to issue.
Yes, yeah. So, Professor NISHIO, I think three of the student chapter proposal that is pending. I think Professor Amara's approval needed on that. So maybe I'll send a mail. Also, I have already chatted with him. So just to remind him so that it can get approved. And as I said, very good progress. So altogether, I think close to 9 chapter now we have IEEE CAS student chapter.
Oh, 9, really?
Yes. Yep.
I noticed that you created officially the 4 student branch chapters in this year.
I think this year, earlier it was only one, correct, Dr. Param? And this year now, all
Earlier is what was only one, sir. NIT Suratkal, only one student branch chapter. So
and
we have almost.
I received the 4 letters of the establishment of the 4 student branch chapters in Bangalore. Only in this year. Mm.
Yeah, we have submitted another 3, sir.
Another 3. Okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Very good.
So, yeah, altogether, I think it should be 9, correct?
9. Wow.
Another remaining 3, we need to file the petition, sir. It is they have a member already, the member, but we need to file the petition. One
So Professor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Professor NISHIO, I'm thinking still we have couple of more months left. So, and with all the excellent help and effort from Dr. Param, our target is to have 10 chapter by this year.
Good.
Yeah.
Very good. Excellent.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, maybe we will start. It's already 3 minutes
Yeah.
over. We can
Yes, sir,
start
please.
and yeah.
Yeah,
So
please.
yeah. All right. So first of all, thank you, Professor Nishio, for taking out time, and it's honor for us to have you on today's webinar. And it's going to be very interesting, and it's a very important topic because there will be a lot of information and good learning, not only for the executive committee here, for all the audience. What are the different options, avenue, and support from the IEEE side, and how we can take advantage of that and help the industry, academia all together. So thanks again for the signing up for this webinar, and we were looking forward for this from since long time. So with that, I'll take quick 2 minutes to introduce Professor Nishio to the audience, and then I'll hand over to Professor Nishio to take it forward. So Professor Nishio received the BE, ME, and PhD degree in electrical engineering from the Kyoto University, Yokohama, Japan. In 1993, he joined the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering at Tokushima University, where he is currently working as a professor. He also worked in the Laboratory of Nonlinear Systems at the EPFL as a visiting professor. His research interests are in the areas of nonlinear circuits engineering, neural network architecture, complex networks, and biosignal processing. He has more than 700 journal and conference papers to his credit. Recently, he edited a book, Oscillator Circuits, Frontiers in Design, Analysis, and Application. He has supervised more than 17 PhD students, and Dr. Nishio held several positions, part of organizing committee, advisory committee, steering committee, technical program committee, advisory board member, vice president, regional director at number of IEEE conferences, societies, committees, and governing bodies. And just to name few of them, like ISCAS, AP, CCCAS, ICE, CS, ECCTD, NOLTA, and NDES for more than 20 years. Also is member of the editorial board of the international journals. He is currently serving as the steering committee vice chair for IEEE Asia Pacific Conference on Circuits and Systems and IEEE Asia Pacific Conference on Postgraduate Research in Microelectronics and Electronics, IEEE CAS Society regional flagship conferences for the Region 10. He is a senior member of IEEE and a member of IEICE and the RISP. So thanks again, Professor Nishio, and I'll hand over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Devesh. I feel honored to give a webinar for Bangalore chapter. So I'd like to thank Professor Devesh and Professor Palam for the preparation for this webinar. So now I'm going to share my slide and can you
Yeah.
give me the
Yes, I made it, sir. I made it, sir. You please share now.
no, I cannot.
Yeah. Now I made it presenter, sir. You are the presenter now.
Oh, I can do that.
Sir.
Just wait.
Yeah.
Can you see?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, good.
Yes, sir.
So, okay, the title of this webinar is CAS Regional Activity and How to Run CAS Chapter. So I'm Yoshifumi Nishio from Tokushima University, Japan. And now I'm the CAS Society Vice President on Regional Activities and Membership. So before beginning my webinar, I will introduce myself and my hometown because most of you don't know me because I've never visited India yet. I hope to do that, but probably in the next year. So already Professor Debesh introduced my bio, but this is my biography. And I got the PhD from Keio University, Yokohama, Japan. And from 1993, I'm working at Tokushima University. And I spent 1 year in EPFL for a visiting professor. And now I'm also an adjunct professor of 2 Chinese universities. And my research interests is nonlinear circuits engineering. So my most research topics is chaos circuits and also synchronization of coupled oscillator circuits and also the complex networks. And okay, I will skip the rest. So I like traveling. So I visited many places, but never visited India yet. So actually, India is a missing piece for me. And also, I like eating every kinds of foods I like. I also like Indian food like curry. I'm not quite sure what are the most delicious food in India. And I also like drinking. One of my best friends in the CAS society is the Professor Amala Amala. Now he's the president. Every time we meet, we make cheers to something or anything or everything and to take a glass of beer. This is the map of Japan, and I'm from Shikoku Island. You see we have 4 major islands in Japan, and the biggest one is the main island. And you will see the violet color, the smallest among 4 major islands. It's called the Shikoku Island. The Shikoku Island, Shikoku means 4 provinces because we used to have 4 small countries in this island. And now the Shikoku Island is connected to the main island with 3 routes with big bridges. And I compared with Shikoku Island with your states, Karnataka. And you see the maybe this one. So you see the area size, your state is 10 times bigger than our island. And the population is more than 15 times larger. Okay, so you can imagine now how small the Shikoku Island is. Okay, we have several universities and technical college in Shikoku Island, and our university is Tokushima University is located here, the east end of this island. And we have many good things in Shikoku Island. Because we are surrounded by the ocean, we have a very nice beach and nice coastline, beautiful coastline, and fresh seafood. And we also have one of the biggest summer festivals in Japan called Our Dance Festival. In summer, in the mid-August, 4 days during the night, many of the public roads are blocked, and many groups of the dancing team go to the road and play the dance with some music. Unfortunately, in this year, our dance are canceled because of the COVID-19 pandemic. This is the very first time in the last 50 years. So very sad thing. Okay, so this is the brief introduction of myself and my hometown, Tokushima. So now I move to the main part of my webinar. And today's agenda is like that. The first introduction and the regional activities and APC CAS and Prime Asia. Then the CAS news around Region 10. Then I will conclude my talk with some suggestions. Okay. So first introduction. Many of you may know that the IEEE divide the world into 10 regions. Regions 1 to 6, all of the 6 regions are in the United States because the IEEE is founded in the United States. So the Region 7 is Canada. And Region 8 is very big, include many countries because Region 8 is Europe, Africa, and Middle East. And Region 9 is Latin America. And Region 10 is our region, Asia and the Pacific region. The CAS Society, we have the management structure in this slide and for the regional activities and the membership. Now I'm the vice president of the regional activities and the membership. And we have the BOG members. This is Board of Governors. And we select 4 people from the BOG members, and each of them take care of their own regions. So in Region 10, this year we appoint Professor Ki Chong-tang from Taiwan to take care of the Region 10. So now he is the Region 10 representative. Okay. So in Region 10, now we have 32 CAS Society chapters. And you will see that in India, we have 5 CAS chapters. The Bangalore chapter is one of them. In the past, we had a few more, like Uttar Pradesh chapter. But they are dismissed because they still have the many members, but they failed to submit the technical reports to the IEEE in several years. So the IEEE, according to the IEEE rule, that chapter is dismissed. And I want them to be back in future. And you see the many chapters located in the mainland China. And still we have some areas we don't have the CAS chapter. So now I'm working with the local CAS members where we don't have the CAS chapters, like Vietnam and also the Nanjing area in China. And I also want to have a CAS chapter in New Zealand and Myanmar or Laos, such area. And probably in India, you can create a couple of more chapters because you have more sections than 5. Like I don't remember the name of the sections, but you have around 8 sections in India. So that means we can create 3 more CAS chapters. And also in the past, we had a chapter in Pakistan. Pakistan is a Region 10 country, but now we don't have any CAS chapter in Pakistan. Okay. Oh, if you have any questions, you can stop me anytime. Okay.
Sure, Professor NISHIO.
Okay, so this is the situation of the CAS membership. This for the last 7 years. Usually we check the membership at the end of the year. So the latest one is December 31st on 2019. We had 10,621 CAS members in total. And you will see the number is somehow stable. And from the last year, from the 2018, we had plus 123 members in 1 year. So this is 1.17%. Okay. And okay. So this is the region breakdown. So the lower table is at the end of the last year. So you will see the region 10 gained membership, but all other regions lose their membership. And you will see in region 10, we have 3,772 CAS members. This is more than 35% of the whole CAS member. So roughly speaking, 1/3 of the CAS members live in region 10 countries. Okay. So this is the plus 123 is the increase in last year, 2019. So you will see the only region 10 gains. So we can cover the loss of the members in the other regions. So in particularly in the United States, almost 100 loss of the membership. We gained 252 in region 10. So this is because in mainland China and India, you gained 100 or more membership in 2019. And in Bangalore, in the last year, 2019, you gained 8 members. But recently, I checked the membership of the Bangalore chapter. This is the beginning of September in this year. Now you have 275 members. Wow. So this is the end of the last year, 2019. So within the 8 months, you gained 156 members. So more than double. So this is a excellent progress. So probably you will get some intensive fund because you gained a lot of membership. Okay.
Yeah, and thanks, Professor NISHIO, for all support. And whatever the number you see maximum, this is, I think, from the April end to this date, and we have a very aggressive target by year end. So you will see even more significant increase in that. And thanks again to all the IEEE CAS members and then IEEE section, all the support we are getting.
Very good, excellent.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is the situation of the CAS Society membership in the last 30 years. And you will see that maybe this big decrease is because of the creation of the new society from the CAS Society. So after the 2008, we are almost stable, but you see the 2019 is the largest in the last 11 years. So from 2008, we had a little bit more than the last year. But I hope the end of this year we will increase a little bit more. So probably it will be the largest in the last 15 years or something like that because of your effort. Thank you very much again. And so how many members we want? So just wait. Okay. So you will see this is all the societies of the IEEE and the total membership of each society. So you will see the computer society have the biggest membership, and we don't want to compete with them. So you will see the top 6 societies have a very large membership. So probably they have a more wider disciplines, and so we may not want to compete with them. But in the second group, from the 7th to the like 10 societies around 10,000 membership, probably we want to be the top of this second group of the societies. So maybe the 12,000 members are the target for the next 5 years or something like that. Okay, so that's why we are working on the local people and to discuss how to increase the membership and how to reach out to the potential members. Okay. Okay, now I'd like to introduce some regional activities of the Circuits and Systems Society. Okay, the first, awards and scholarship. The CAS societies has our own awards and scholarship to recognize members' achievement and service. So annually, we select the good chapter with a very good achievement or the progress. So every year we select the one best chapter as the chapter of the year award. And in each region, we select one each region, one chapter per region, and to select the chapter of the year, region, blah, blah. Okay. So for the region 10, so that means that you have the 2 chances. The one is the chapter of the year award, and another one is chapter of the year, region 10. Okay. And every year, usually the deadline of the nomination is the end of February or the mid-February. So you have a very good year in 2019. So no, sorry, 2020. So in February 2021, I hope you are nominated. Your chapter is nominated to one of them or the both of them. Okay. And also, we have the pre-doctoral grants. We selected an excellent students from the CAS student members, and to support $2,500 and up to $1,000 for the travel to the flagship conference to receive the grant. Okay. And also the student travel awards. This is the travel fund to attend our regional, our flagship conference like ISCAS or APC CAS. So in the last year, we support 4 students in region 10 and $500 each. And to learn more about these awards and scholarship, please visit our website in this. Okay. Okay, so next is the Distinguished Lecturer Program. So DLP is common in many societies, many IEEE societies. So the CAS society also have our own DLP program. And in this year, all the lectures are given in online. But from the next year, we will have the hybrid form for the DLP. So if the pandemic does not shrink, you can invite the DLP as a virtual event. But if the pandemic goes out, you can invite the distinguished lecturer in person. And also, the Circuits and Systems Society is recently promoting the new initiative called the Industrial Distinguished Lecturer Program, IDLP. So for IDLP, you can invite the very good lecturer from the industry. And we collaborate with the companies of the lecturer and to give the support for the lecturer. So if you have interest, please visit our website again, and you can learn many things from this web page. Okay. And next is the student design competition. From 2017 or 16, we started the CAS student design competition. And in this year, we added the special student design competition to for the COVID-19 related program. But usually we have the regular student design competition only. And this student design competition is the worldwide competition for the undergraduate students. And these student design competitions have the 3 phases. The first phase is the chapter level. So every chapter can organize a chapter level student design competition. And the second level is the regional phase. So regional phase, if the chapter level competition, a team win such a chapter level competition, they can proceed to the second level, regional level. And regional level competition is conducted in online only. But if a team win the second level, they are invited to the final phase. Final phase is took place during ISCAS, International Symposium on CAS. So they are invited to be there. So in this year, we planned to invite the winning team from all the regions. So the phase 2 invite to Sevilla in Spain. So that is a very good prize for the winners of the regional phase 2 competition. So very recently, maybe the day before yesterday, the CAS Society distributed the announcement to all the CAS members on the 2020 and 2021 edition of the CAS Student Design Competition. So now you can organize a chapter level competition, and you can recommend the winner to the second level, regional level. And after the regional level, if your team win in the regional level, the team will be invited to the ISCAS 2021 that will be held in Daegu, South Korea. Okay. And if you want to know more, please visit the CAS website. So I will show the example of the 2018 and 19 edition, because the 2019 to 2020 edition went online because of the cancel of the ISCAS, not cancel, the ISCAS goes to the virtual. So the final phase also go to virtual. Okay, so in 2018 edition, the first phase, chapter level, 24 teams registered. So in region 10, 19 joined the first phase. So we had 5 chapter level competition. One is in Malaysia, and one is Shikoku, and one is Nanjing, and one is Daegu, one is Tainan. Okay, and after the first phase, in region 10, 4 teams are recommended to the second phase. So in region 10, 4 teams competed in regional phase. So these 4 teams came from, one is Shikoku and Nanjing, Daegu, and Tainan. So 4 teams competed online. Okay, and from region 10, Nanjing team, actually they come from Southeast University. This team won the regional phase competition, and they are invited to ISCAS. And in the last year, ISCAS was held in Sapporo, Japan, and Nanjing team were invited to Sapporo and join the ISCAS and show their demonstration in front of the judging panel and also the ISCAS attendance. And the final phase is broadcasted by the Facebook Live. And the final winner was a team from Region 1 to 7, Houston University. So they got 3,000 US dollar prize money. Okay, so this is an example in the last year. Okay, next regional activity is the seasonal schools in CAS. So every year we support at most 4 seasonal schools in CAS in a year with maximum 5,000 US dollar with the publication of the electrical book after the school, collecting all the slides of the lectures. So I remember that you submitted a proposal. I don't remember correctly, but one initiative, one seasonal school is supported by President Fund, I think.
Yes, yeah, that's correct.
Okay, good. So I hope every year you can submit, you can ask the support with different topics. Okay. So the next one is this is the last one, is the CAS outreach initiative. So if you have any ideas on the local activities organized by the chapter, you can submit your plan to the CAS outreach initiative. So for the CAS outreach initiative is we can accept any kinds of the CAS activities related with CAS. Okay, so if you want to organize the meeting for the students, you can submit the idea. If you want to organize a school somehow related with industry school or something, so you can submit your idea. So any types of ideas you can submit. So after the evaluation and approval by the executive committee of CAS, we decide which proposals will be funded in this year or not. And I remember you submitted a couple of activities from the Bangalore chapter, and you have already received the outcome.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
So
Yeah,
one of that has been accepted and supported financial support. So thanks.
good. Okay. So in this year, we made two calls. One is the beginning of this year, and the second one is June or something. And probably the next year we do the same thing. So if you have any ideas, please try to submit. And we put the report of the past outreach initiative events on the website. So this is too small, but if you visit this website, you can see the what and how did the other chapters do the using this initiative. Okay. So some of them summer school, and some of them workshops, and some of them meetings for the women in CAS, or the young professionals, or the students, or the exchange between the chapters, or something like that. So you can see the many examples of the good proposals. Okay. Okay, so now I will move to the APC CAS and Prime Asia. So these are the conference names. And these conferences are the Region 10 flagship conference of Circuits and System Society. So this is the important conference, CAS conference for the Region 10. And in the past, we had the APC CAS, Asia Pacific Conference on CAS, in the even number year, like 2014, 16, 18, or something like that. And the Prime Asia, this is the conference for the graduate students. And we had the Prime Asia in odd number of year, like 2017, 15, 13. So every 2 years, we had the APC CAS and Prime Asia. So 1 year APC CAS, and then next year Prime Asia, like that. But from 2018, we decided to have APC CAS and Prime Asia every year at the same place. So we have because other regions, they have their own regional flagship conference every year. So we decided to organize APC CAS every year. But if we have APC CAS and Prime Asia in different place every year, it will be a little bit tough for the Region 10 countries. So we decided to organize them together as one team. So two conferences in parallel or in series at the same place in the almost the same period. Okay. So in 2018, we had APC CAS and Prime Asia in Chengdu, China, in October. And last year, we had the APC CAS and Prime Asia in Thailand, Bangkok. And this year, we planned to have APC CAS and Prime Asia in Halong Bay, Vietnam in October. But because of the pandemic, they decided to postpone to the beginning of December. And we still don't know if they can organize face-to-face, but at least they are trying to organize in hybrid mode. So that means if the attendees want to come to the venue, they prepare the conference site and conference rooms, but also for the people who cannot come to Vietnam because of the pandemic, they also accept the online presentations. Okay, so the deadline of the paper is maybe around today, but I hope that they can wait 1 week or 2 weeks, a little bit more. So if you or your students have interest to join this regional flagship conference, please please encourage them to submit their papers. All the papers presented in this conference goes to the IEEE Explorer. Okay. So in the next year, we have already decided to the venue and hosting chapter. So the APC CAS Prime Major 2021 is held in Penang, Malaysia. The date is to be determined, but usually from October to December. And for the 2022, soon we will distribute the call for proposals, probably in the next week or something like that. So if you have an interest, I heard that you have an interest. So please try to submit your proposals to host 2022. So the last part is the CAS news around Region 10. So the first one is senior membership drive. Now the CAS Society, especially in Region 10, I'm working to increase the senior members of the CAS Society. So if you or your colleagues want to get elevated to senior members, please let me know. I will support your or their applications. Okay. And the second one is the student branch chapters. Now we have 60 student branch chapters in the CAS Society, and half of them are in Region 10, and probably the more than 20 student branch chapters are in India. And
Professor NISHIO, I have one doubt here. I have one question, sir.
Yes, please.
Okay. See, actually, sir, for student branch chapter, is there any seed money if you open the new student branch chapter?
Oh, in the past, the CAS Society has no access to the student branch chapters because the student branch chapters belong to the student branch. Student branch belongs to the section. So
Yes.
we wanted the student branch chapter to get the fund from the section.
Yes.
But in the 2 years ago, myself, I started to support student branch chapters. So I applied to the CAS outreach for the money to support student branch chapters. So every year from the last, probably from 2018, I distribute a call for proposals to all the student branch chapters, chapter chairs and advisors. So you can submit your plans to me. And for the CAS outreach, student branch chapters are not, they cannot apply their proposals because the CAS outreach initiative is for the society chapter. That is much bigger than the student branch chapters you see.
Professor, I understood that student branch chapters has to submit the plan to you for the funding, new branch chapters or all the branch chapters?
All student branch chapters can do, but we have a deadline. So the first deadline has already passed, but because I have still some money, I will distribute the second call around the end of this month.
End of this month?
Yes.
Okay, when they can submit the proposal to you, Professor?
Probably by the end of October or something.
Yeah, so Dr. Param, what Professor NISHIO is saying, by this month end, there will be communication and then the details will be there, and then people can, the new student chapter, all the student chapter can apply in that.
Okay. So
yes.
you try to give at least some $10, $100, $200 to all the branch chapters, sir, so that all branch chapters can conduct the events through this seed money. Better to allocate at least one $200 to each branch chapter, student branch chapters of CAS, so that it will be useful for all the branch chapters.
1,200
No, $100
US dollar per chapter, but
at least $200 for each student branch chapter.
not at least because of the limit of the budget, I have to select the good proposals only.
Yeah. So Professor Dr. Param. So
Yeah.
there is a process and there is a like a rule regulation. So
Okay.
let's follow that. And once that the communication comes out from Professor NISHIO, and
Okay.
take that opportunity, and then all the student chapter can apply the proposal, and then
Yes.
based on the selection process, they will get the money.
Yeah,
Sure, sir.
Okay.
exactly.
Sure, sir.
All right.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you, sir. David, sir.
Thank you. All right. Thank you.
Okay. So the last one is the election of the Board of Governors members. So probably the beginning of the next week, the CAS Society start the voting process of the Board of Governors members for the next 3 years. So this is very important because as I mentioned in the previous slides, the Region 10, we have the members of 1/3 of the whole CAS Society. So we need to send our representatives of the CAS Society Board of Governors body, because the Board of Governors body is important to approve all the proposals from the ExCom members, like president or the vice president. We want to do something, but we need an approval of the Board of Governors members. So if we have less people from Region 10, the proposals for the Region 10 may have the small risk to get dismissed. Do you understand what I mean? So please join the voting and try to, I cannot say the support any individuals, but I hope you can understand what I want. So please join the voting. Okay. So this is very important for the society and also for the regional activities. Okay. Okay, so I'd like to move some suggestions. So probably the officers of the chapter already know that, but the chapter's duties are only 3. The first one is the officer report. So if you change the officers, like chairs or vice chair secretary, so please report using VTools officer reporting tool. And also please let me know, okay? And also if you conduct the chapter events, please report to the IEEE by using also VTools event reporting tool. They are the online tools. Maybe, probably you know already. And IEEE has a rule that 2 technical events per year, you have to report, not only to conduct, you have to report, okay? Otherwise, your chapter have the risk to be dismissed. And also the third one is the CAS chapter annual report. We have the CAS Society, our own web online chapter report form. So every year you will be asked to submit your annual report. And based on the annual report, we decide the chapter fund in the next year. So this chapter annual report is important if you want to get more money from the society. Okay. So now the suggestions. You have many opportunities using the CAS Society, but very less duties. So it is good to have the chapter for your members. So I'd like to suggest you to apply several award programs and to host CAS conferences and to invite DLP and or IDLP speakers to organize student design competitions, to organize seasonal schools, to organize various events, and don't forget to ask financial support to CAS. So this is my talk. So if you have any questions or suggestions, I want to listen to your opinions. So if you have a question now, you can ask me now. But if you have anything in future, don't hesitate to send them to me. Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks very much, Professor Amara. Thank you. Sorry, thanks, Professor Nishio. And now we'll open it for the questions. And Dr. You can go ahead. I think you had some questions related to student chapter. You can start with that.
Okay, so that's what, sir. Regarding the financial, sir has already conveyed. So, student branch chapter. In the chart window, I have mentioned the Professor Nishio. I have mentioned the chart window. In the chart window, what are the student branches approved and what are the student branches petition is pending and petition need to be filed. So we have we have identified 9 student branch chapters. So already 4 is approved and 3 is pending from your end and 2 we need to be submit the petition. In the chart window I mentioned, sir. The participants, if any doubts, you please type it in the chat window so we can raise the questions.
So your question is the student branch chapters under process can submit or not? It's not after the official approval. The student branch chapters can apply to the fund.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, and I'll request that especially the new student chapter and the faculty and other people who have joined. I think this is a good opportunity. If you have any doubt or any query you want to bring it up, so you can type in the Q&A chat window, and I'll flash that here.
Abdul, you want to ask any question?
And I'm not sure if Ayan is able to join. Is Ayan there? Ayan Datta?
No, sir. Ayan, yeah, it's there. It's there, sir. You can ask.
Yes, and I think you need some clarification on the conference related, so we can discuss here. And I think there is a question from Kavita that will you accept new chapter now? So maybe Professor Nishio, the question is like, is there a deadline or the opening a new CAS chapter? It's like the throughout the year, anytime people can submit the proposal.
Actually, it depends on the how much I will have after the second call. If I still have more money, I can make the third call. But you know the.
So Professor Nishio, maybe let me repeat the question. I think the question was not related to the funding. There is a question that will you accept a proposal for opening a new chapter anytime? Or there is a deadline that by this time only we have to submit a proposal for opening new chapter?
So you're talking about student branch chapters, right?
Yes, I think that's a student chapter, yes.
In that case, we don't have any funds.
Okay.
So probably you can ask to the section. Section has some, probably they have more money than the society.
Okay. And let me answer that question, Professor Nishio. I think the question is not about the funding. I think it's about opening a new student chapter. So is there any limit that we can open these many student chapter only? or there is no limit? Or is there any timeline that you have to open or submit a request for opening new chapter in this timeline, or it's open calendar?
No limit, I think. No limit.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I think, Kavita, you must have heard that there is no limit. So if you are planning to open a new student CAS chapter in your institute, you can go ahead, and there is a process for that. You have to submit the all the details, and Dr. Param surely can help you on that in terms of the process. All right. Let me go to the next question now.
Hi, Devesh. This is Ayan.
Yeah, and please go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Dr. Nishio, for the nice talk. I think this is Ayan, the treasurer of CAS Bangalore chapter. So I had a quick question. So I do see there is a lot of opportunity for the activities, but my suggestion would be that how we can collaborate with the other chapters, especially in the region 10. There are many chapters who are also doing much better work, and we can learn from them and learn from each other. So are there any avenues where we can collaborate with the other chapters and stuff like that? Can you please touch upon that?
That's a good question, and I want to make such collaborations between chapters. And I joined the board of governors of the CAS Society. I started to an activity of the networking CAS chapters in Region 10, and I asked the CAS Society to make a support for the visiting from one chapter to another chapter in different countries. So that activity is still going on, but in this year I stopped because of the pandemic. And for the next year, I'm not sure that I can continue again, because if I move out from the vice president, I don't know who will succeed that activity. Every year, I try to ask the society to get the money for the Region 10 networking activities. But that is only the fund for the networking activities. But if you don't need money from the society, you can contact to the other chapters anytime and to try to make some collaborations. For example, some Japanese chapters have the local workshop with the Taiwanese chapter or the Chinese chapters every year. So they don't get money from the society, but they have the collaborations every year. So
yeah, so Dr. Nishio, one suggestion here would be, can we use the online platform to at least have some presentations and meetings, right? I mean, I do understand there are restrictions from the funds, but I think from learning point of view, we can surely use the advanced at online platforms that we have. So I would kindly request you to consider this proposal so that we can at least start interacting with each other and learn from each other. I think that's very useful. I think.
Yeah, that's very good ideas. So if you want to keep such connections, it is better to create such kind of collaborations based on your research connection. Because if you have the research connection with some people from the different countries, you want to connect them and they want to connect you. So that is a good motivation to keep the connection.
Yeah, yeah. That's true. I mean, it is more related. I do understand that, but I think it is more related to how the chapters are working and how they can share the knowledge on how to make things better and how we can, I mean, attract more talents and stuff like that, right? So it's more of managing the chapter and what are the right things and do's and don'ts and stuff like that, right? So I do understand there is one part where we should collaborate on the design and research part, and there is also one part where you should collaborate on managing the IEEE chapters, right? That portion I was requesting actually.
Oh, good. Actually, in the Southeast Asia, now they have 5 or 6 countries have the CAS chapters, and they annually organize the small workshop exchange what they do for, as a management of the chapters, or what kind of the activities they are organizing, or something like that. So that is a good collaborations, because some chapters are very active, but some of them are not very active. So the active chapters can stimulate the inactive chapters. So, and also they can show the good examples of the activities. So I think that is a very good relation. So maybe you can do the same thing with the I don't know which countries are good or not, but probably the online you can ask the many chapters, as many as you want.
Yeah, thanks, Professor Nishio. I think Anne's point was, is there any platform already available, or we can at like the region 10 level, and where all the chapters can come and share their learning best practices, and the other chapter can leverage from that. Maybe one chapter really doing good in terms of the membership drive, so that they can share that what they did different to get a lot of members, and then other chapter can learn from that. So that's one example. So I think his point was in that direction. If there is already any virtual platform or avenue available where all the chapters can come together and share their best practices, learning challenges, and then we can learn from each other.
Yeah, very good suggestion. Thank you very much. In the past, we had the Region 10 chapter chair meeting during ISCAS, but recently we don't have that because of the Region 10 representatives of BOG members doesn't want to do that. But it is good to have the online Region 10 chapter chair meeting to share their ideas and experience. Yeah, thank you very much. I will think about that.
All right. Thanks, Anne, and thanks, Professor Nishio. And Anne, you want to bring it up something related to the Asia Pacific CAS or some of the in this forum, or you want to discuss separately on that?
Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll take it offline with Professor Nishio. I think so. The concern is, Professor Nishio, that the registration fees for some of these conferences, APC, CAS, and all, are pretty on the higher side. So, if we want to use this conference as a platform to have more participation from the CAS members of Bangalore chapter or India chapter, it is very difficult. I mean, looking at the registration charges. So, is there something which we can work out there? We can go for a, instead of full sponsorship, can we go for a co-sponsorship? Then it makes sense for us to apply, or else it will be very limited to 100, 200 people, and we will not be able to give the opportunity to the CAS members at least.
Yeah, in my personal opinion, that actually the registration fees are somehow very expensive, but I cannot reduce that. It's a difficult.
Yeah, no, Professor Nishio, I understand, because there is a process, and it's like there is a 30 different table. That decision is not like one person making the decision. So we'll take it offline, and so we have some thought from our side, and surely we want to host this prestigious conference here. That will be really very helpful for the CAS, especially looking into the type of audience, industry, and academia here in the Bangalore. But anyway, we'll discuss that on that topic more offline. Yeah, I think Professor Latif, you had some question, comment? Dr. Latif, can you hear me?
No, sir, he is not audible.
Okay, all right. Any other question from anyone?
No, sir. You think
All right.
I think
So if no more question, thanks. Thanks everyone, making it a very interactive session. And thanks again, Professor Nishio, for taking out time. It was a very informative session, and I'm sure that a lot of these new chapters, the I'll say representative had joined today's session. It will be surely very, very helpful. And in terms of a lot of the opportunity, avenue, how we can engage and how we can benefit and how we can return that to the society, whether it's the student or the academia or the industry side. So looking forward to working with you and team and meeting the very aggressive goal and mission for the IEEE CAS Bangalore chapter. I think till now we have made very good progress, and big thanks to all the team members of IEEE CAS chapter, and again thanks to Professor Nishio, Professor Amara, and IEEE Bangalore section for all the help and support.
thank you, sir. Thank you, Devesh sir, and thank you, Nishio. And we thank all the participants for attending this webinar. We will send the feedback link by email, and we will send the certificates. Maybe you will receive next week. We'll send the certificates by email. Thank you.
Yeah, and also as Professor Nishio mentioned that in case you have still some doubts, some questions, he has shared the email link. Please share your question and we'll make sure that you get response to that. Thank you. Thanks again.
Thank you very much again.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Sir, ಹೇಳಿ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸರ್, ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್. ಹಾ